I'm live. Hello, non-existent people watching currently, because it says a big fat 0 next to the little eye icon in the corner of my screen. But that's okay. This is a kind of impromptu live. Well, it is in the sense that I didn't actually announce that I was going to be going live. But I sort of made up my mind late morning, early afternoon that I was going to do a live rather than pre-record and edit and upload and schedule a video, because honestly, I am tired. I am so tired. I have been working incessantly for the past 3 weeks, and I have one more week to get through before my shop drop. And whatever I get done is what I get done at this point, because I've really pushed myself, which is always a tricky thing to be doing when you live with like chronic pain and chronic fatigue and stuff like that. You have to be really careful. But I've been pushing it a little bit. We shall see. I'm hoping I won't have a massive fallout from this. But hello, Kim. But I thought I would go live. It doesn't involve, or it hopefully doesn't involve in any editing. Hello, Nancy. You're right. And yeah, it's just sort of, it's done once I press end. It's done, it's up, people can watch it back if they want. But also I was like, do you know what, this will be a good idea, because hello, Stephanie, I haven't done a live for a really long time, and I couldn't remember the last time I did one. So I just, before going live now, I just checked on my channel in the Creators Studio, and the last one I did was around mid-February this year. So I haven't done a live chat for nearly 6 months, and I had like a period where all I was doing was live chats, because that's all I kind of had the spoons for, So I do have a cup of tea here, because one must keep one's whistle wet, but also tea, innit? Just tea. Oh, that's really nice. Lovely. So there, I'll be sipping that throughout. Now, on saying all this, I don't actually have a topic to talk about. I haven't planned anything. I'd had a couple of ideas for the pre-recorded video. I was originally going to do that. I had a couple of options, and I didn't really feel like doing any of them. I didn't want to just make content for the sake of making content. So yeah, this is just going to be a little catch up. We're just going to have a little natter and be able to like just have a little back and forth with folks. Luna Line, hello, how are you doing, darling? I didn't realize you had changed the name of your channel. I've been looking to find you again, because I hadn't seen you about or anything, but I hope you're well, my love, and thank you for your lovely comments. Stephanie says, even though I ask for notifications when people go live, it never seems to work, so I always miss things. Glad I was notified in this case. Oh yeah, I've had that before as well, where it says notify me and then it doesn't, and I'm like, what is the point of this button? And yet other apps will notify you of everything unless you turn all the notifications off. I have notifications off for pretty much every single app apart from Glide, I believe. And then Glide's been a bit dodgy the last year or so and doesn't always tell me when I have a Glide. Well, it's weird. My voice feels a little like, I feel like I need to clear my throat. Is my sound okay? I've got my external mic rather than my webcam mic. So how is everyone here? How are you all doing? How is your weekend going, or not going, as the case may be? What are you all up to or not up to? Are you taking it easy? Have you had things planned? Maybe we don't all need to be hooked into social media minute of every day. Exactly, Nancy. That's the thing. Like, I found that, if I had the notifications on for my all the different apps that I have, all the different social media apps, essentially I'm sort of beholden to, not beholden, but I very easily get distracted. And if my phone's going off whenever someone interacts with me or sends me something, that's going to distract me. Like, oh, someone sent you a direct message on Instagram also, and it's not on my terms. Like, if I'm checking my emails, I'm checking my emails on my term. And during the working week, I check my emails at specific times, and then that's it. I don't I used to just check them all the time, in and out, all day, every day. And I learned as running my own business to not do that, because people just expect you to be available all the time. So yeah, I tend to just I check in on things when I'm ready to check in on things. So yeah, I do that. I hardly even ever look at Facebook these days, but I will just quickly check in to see if I have any messages when I'm ready to. Luna Lyon says, it's so hot here in Mississippi, you can't go outside. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. I know that certain parts of the world have been suffering terrible record-breaking heat waves, including the American South and places like Spain in mainland Europe. Silky Moonstone, that's a good name, Silky Moonstone. Love the Santa Carla t-shirt. Is it in reference to the Lost Boys? It is indeed. Good spot. I was wondering if anyone would get that. It's one of my favorite vampire films. So yeah, welcome to Santa Carla, California, murder capital of the world, which of course Santa Carla was based on Santa Cruz, and the fair there is the Santa Cruz Fair. And I remember years ago, almost 20 years ago now, it was back in 2004, I did a California road trip for a month driving the coast. And one of the things I definitely wanted to do, we were going to be staying in Santa Carla because we had friends that were going to UC SC, and was it SC, Santa Cruz? I can't remember. And so I got a chance to actually see where the Lost Boys, parts of it were filmed and where it was based. So yeah, it's a great film, and I watch it every October. Actually, tell a lie, I didn't watch it last October, I don't think. No, I did. It was the year before. I didn't watch it, I don't think. Anyway, it's not important. But I watch it pretty much every October, and it's getting closer. It's getting closer to spooky season. I'm so excited, although I have a horrible feeling because of we're having problems with the jet stream here. Well, you know, climate change, the jet stream, things are going on, the Gulf Stream, sorry. And then El Nino means that we're having a really cool and wet summer, which I'm personally really enjoying, but it does mean other parts of the world are really struggling. So, you know, it's not all good. But it does mean we're probably going to get quite a hot September and October, which kind of ruins the autumny vibes for me. You know, I want crisp, fresh October days. I want to see the beautiful, warm, gold, rusty, ready tones of the leaves. I want to be able to enjoy a hot chocolate without sweating my tits off. So we shall see. We have had a fair few hot Octobers over the last decade or so. So we'll see which one this will be. Long hair, skinny eye toe. Hello. Barry Wilson says, what a great surprise to catch this as I'm trimming my Tower of the Magical Forest. Are you kidding? What? That is really funny. What with that being my ultra super special favorite deck in the world ever, and you're trimming your copy. Have you had your copy for a while and you're now trimming it, or is it new and you're trimming it before you use it? I'm interested to know, Barry. Alicia Jade, hello, lovely. How are you, darling? What time is it for you? You're in Australia, aren't you? From what I remember. Stephanie says, I always get an absurd amount of notifications from political channels I follow on YouTube. Go figure, that's not the fun stuff. Oh, bless you, Stephanie. Turn them off. Turn the notifications off. Turn the, what do you call it? The, just to hide anything. Like it drives me crazy on Instagram now. It's always like suggested post, advert, suggested post. Reel. It's like, do you remember when, like 10 years ago, when Instagram was just pictures? I miss those days. Rich, hi, Longman Tarot. How you doing, my dear? Woodabucha. We've got a few people in here. We've got 18 people watching. Hello, don't be shy. Say hello. We're all friendly here. So yeah, what are people doing this weekend? It's 10 p. Oh, it was 10:30 p.m. So yes, 7 hours ahead. It's newish, but trimming before I use it. Oh no, do you know what though, Barry? So many people are like, I'm going to get this deck because you speak so highly of it. And then some people are like, oh no, I just don't like it. Some people just don't like the really big eyes. Some people find it too cute. I find it balances really nicely between being quite cute, but also being a bit sarky and a bit snappy. I don't know. I find that it's got a nice sort of balanced energy. Down by the willow trees. Sarah, hello, Sarah. Again, a lovely channel name. Ayana Dillo, hello. Got a few people in. Sam, hi, Sam. How you doing, babe? So yeah, I have just been I've been working. I worked every day last week, really long days, and then I still hadn't finished what I was doing, so I was working yesterday at 10 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I know it's a Saturday, but I'm just gonna sit, and didn't realize. So was it a surprise when I said hi, Sam? I sat down right at this here desk and carried on working. I was doing a bit of sewing, and then again this morning I left it a little bit later than that. I started at about 11. I worked from 11 until about 2. And I'm done for good. I'm done. I've worked 6 days. Okay, this wasn't 7 days in a row. This wasn't a full day, but 6 full days and a kind of a half day. That's enough, right? You look so well. Thank you, darling. We don't even get a fall or autumn. No in between. It's summer, 100 degrees Fahrenheit or cold. Yeah, some places are like that. They just sort of swing from one side of the pendulum to the other, don't they? And other places are just quite temperate all year round and don't really have any real sort of distinction between seasons. Like, you know, Pamela's Insight. Hello. So I freaked Sam out a little bit because she didn't realise she was watching a live, and then I said hello. So tarot. Should we talk about tarot? We can talk about witchcraft. We can talk about magic. We can talk about books. We can talk about what do you fancy? I was going to say dealer's choice, but I'm the dealer technically, being the one doing the video. So punter's choice. That should be punter's choice. What do you fancy having a little chin wag about? Very impressed with how much sewing you've been doing. Oh my God, Sarah, I am impressed. My hand, not so impressed because I do have issues. My thumb issue from last year is pretty much it's healed up, but I have been diagnosed with a progressive problem with my hand that I'm still waiting to see a hand specialist for, which does cause me some issues and pain and stuff. So it's still a thing, but it's a different thing from last year. The thing from last year helped the other thing get diagnosed. Go figure, right? So yeah, I have sewn 43 pouches, but I'll be selling 42 because I messed one of them up and I'm going to keep that one for myself. So yeah, I realized I was attaching I'll show you actually. Yesterday I was finishing sewing these the spread, the cloths that I still haven't quite worked out what I'm calling them, even though I've sold a few last month. The pouches that turn into spread cloth, they're like pouch wraps that become spread cloths. So I was finishing stitching a few of these together yesterday, and then I was applying the charms to the ribbons. So what I'm doing on these ones, because you can't really attach a charm here like I would with a classic pouch, I put the ribbon, the charm. Whoop, that's not going to be very good with the. Oh my goodness, can you tell it's been a while since I've done a live? So what I do is I put the charm on the end with a little clamp, but I realized one of the pouches, I did a prototype for us, not a prototype, but I did one of the standard plus sizes or a larger size, but I'd used a wider ribbon than I have on some of the others, and I don't have clamps of this size, so I have had to order in some of those today, some 13mm clamps for those ribbons. And then I've also had to order gold 10mm clamps for this star one because it's got a gold star charm. But yeah, so I've been really hammered. Look how cute this one is. This is an AB crystal star charm. And it's like all on stars. It's so cute. I'm so excited. So yeah, I've done a dinosaur one for the dinosaurs de Marseille. Basically, I saw some dinosaur charms and I was like, I'm just going to buy them and then make them for dinosaur de Marseille. And it had like 4 or 5 different types of dinosaurs in the bag. Oh my God, this matches my t-shirt. So I'm like, I don't know if this one will sell because it's kind of weird colors. It matches the dinosaur de Marseille deck, but I picked really odd colors from it. But if it doesn't sell, I'm like, I'm just going to keep this one because I love the dinosaurs de Marseille. It'd be nice to have a little. It doesn't. I keep it in its box, but it'd be nice to have a pouch for it. So yeah, that's what I was doing yesterday. Why did I start talking about this? I can't remember. Oh yeah, talking about how much work I've been doing. And then I have 10 of these, and then 32 pouches, standard, standard plus, small, specific size, Lenormand, 2 different sizes of Lenormand, Oracle size. So we shall see. And the reason because people are like, why are you doing so many? But this is the thing, right? I usually do, my largest ever shop drop I've done is about 28 pouches, and that was a real push. I usually do anywhere between sort of 16 and 20, 16 and 22 occasionally. I've never done this many, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this many up in one go. We shall see, because taking the photos and then editing the photos takes a really long time, and I hate doing it. So it's like pulling teeth, quite frankly, that bit of it for me. But the thing is, Etsy are always like, make more sales, because I still have pouches in there at the moment. There's like 4 pouches in my shop right now, and I haven't, each progressive shop drop I've sort of been selling less and less, so I might have saturated the market, but I need more people to it to be put in front of more people's faces. So Etsy's like, you need to have at least 30 items in your shop for us to show it to more people. They're not being it's not really geared towards people that do slow handmade things like myself. The irony, right? Because that's what it was originally set up for. And I'm like, do you know how much work it is to get 30 pouches? And I was like, well, if I put 30 pouches in there and I do a shop drop and then I sell a bunch of them, I'm still going to have less than 30 pouches. So I've had to try and make as many as I can so that I have enough to have a bunch, sell a bunch, and still have 30 in there. So that's my thinking. We're trying a different tack. It's not sustainable. I won't be able to keep up this pace. It will wreck me 100%. And in fact, even my tarot reading yesterday on Friday that I did for myself, my daily tarot readings were like, this isn't sustainable, but you're at the home stretch now. And I was like, thank you, tarot. Yes, thank you for telling me what I already know, but kind of, sometimes the tarot tells you what you already know, but you're not sort of listening to, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm once they're all up, it means that I'll be able to have a slower pace, but it also means I can work more on machine sewn pouches, machine sewn items, and loads of other experiments and things. There's so many ideas. I have a sketchbook full of ideas of things that I want to make, like magical jewelry and other spread cloths and casting cloths and other kinds of pouches and bags and all sorts of stuff. And I say this all the time, but I just never have enough bloody spoons to yeah, Etsy's really not good for small makers anymore. They have so many drop shippers and mass produced items on there, which is not what it used to be sold for. It's really hard to find the work of independent makers. They really don't. They're always saying you should offer free shipping. It's like, if I offer free shipping plus take away the fees that you take at sea, which can be up to 32 or 33% depending, and take away the cost of the materials, I'm basically not even earning minimum wage. So how about no? Especially because most of my customers are overseas, right? And so I can't take that hit. It's too much. And also I sort of undercharge for my stuff to sort of counterbalance, to set off the cost of the postage for people, Anyway, that's all boring stuff. You don't want to know about boring business stuff. I don't even wish I hadn't spoke about it, really, because it's just like I'm trying to have a break from work and I'm talking about work. What a banana. I'm just going to pop these back over there. Hold on a second. There we go. But yeah, so I've got stacks and stacks of stuff for folks that are interested. Deanna, I was browsing your shop the other day, just saving up. Oh, bless you, Deanna. Lovely, sweetie. I loved the Etsy back in the day. Sam, Etsy back in the day was so good. I had so many friends that were able to make a living. Loads of my friends now have either closed their shops or have opened up their own websites with shops attached. The problem I have with that is that I'm not established enough to be able to do that, and that's how Etsy gets you, because they market you. The problem is, because my shop's so small and I don't have more than 30 items on there, they don't even do that. So I'm just sort of wasting my time, essentially, it feels like a lot of the time. And they will penalize you if you try and I was like, I'd like to offer custom orders again. But the thing is, I would want to take a deposit, because there were times when I was doing custom orders where I would do a lot of work or research or buy things in, and then people would ghost me, or they'd say, oh, I don't want it now, and I've put a lot of work in for nothing, right? Which is just really, really frustrating. So I was like, well, I'll take a deposit. But the thing is, if I do a deposit on Etsy, even that Etsy will take a chunk from it. But if I try to message on Etsy, well, I will PayPal you for a deposit, Etsy will penalize you, and they can like hold your funds, they can shut down your account, they monitor your DMs, your Etsy messages, so you can't even do that. So if I was going to do that, it would have to all be done on Etsy. I mean, the dream eventually would be to have my own website and shop. But the other thing is, like, selling in Europe, there's now all these extra codes and tax things, and you get what is called an IOSS number or an EOSS number. And Etsy generates that for you automatically. But I think if you don't have an Etsy account and you're just using like a Shopify or Store Envy or any other kind of shop, I don't know how that works. I think you have to, as a small business, have to go through some registration process and pay a fee, and there has to be a whole thing where you generate your own code, and it's a whole thing. That's been going for a couple of years now, so I'm hoping there have been workarounds, but you know, let's go have a little look up at the chat and see, because I haven't been thing. Any pods you liked lately? Oh my god, so many podcasts. I've been listening to Seeking Witchcraft a bit more. I've been enjoying that. It's geared towards beginners, but I think it sometimes behooves those of us that have been practicing magic and witchcraft, or any, you could be practicing magic and not be doing witchcraft, obviously. Those of us that have been, it's Seeking Witchcraft, so for those of us who have been practicing witchcraft for a long time, it sometimes behooves us to sort of just listen to a beginner or advice for beginners, to sort of put you back in that beginner's mind, or maybe to give you ideas that you've not thought of before, you know, that kind of thing. What else have I been listening to? I've been listening to a lot of the Nonsense Bazaar. I've been listening to Vase. I've been listening to Penny Royal. Lots of like high strangeness and occult stuff for funsies. And I've started listening because this is the thing. Once it hits August, I start watching more horror films and listening to more spooky podcasts. It like ramps up until I get to like October is like the whole season is like Halloween. It's Weenmas. I call it Weenmas. And I'm like, I try to watch a horror film every single day in October, or at least a scary show or a spooky show. So even like the X-Files would count for that for me. But yeah, I can hear my husband's back with Dr. Nomi. They've been for a little walk. But yeah, I've been listening to a lot of spooky podcasts. I've completely distracted myself from what I was saying. Do you have any recommendations for a book on playing card divination? See, I have a book on playing card divination that I've still not read, which is I've been reading a lot of other tarot stuff. Hold on. I believe it's this one. It's just cartomancy. I think it's more like playing cards. It's the Roger J. Horn, but 50. I think it's 54 devils, 52 devils, 54 devils. Because technically, with the Jokers, that's 54, right? 54 devils. I think it's Corey Hutchison of the New World Witchery podcast and New World Witchery book. He also had another book out this spring, which I've not bought yet, which is supposed to be really good as well. I really like Corey. Really knows his onions. He's an academic and a folklorist and a magical practitioner. He's really cool. But yeah, there's that. There's I think Camellia Elias. I think she's got some playing card reading books. And then yeah, there's this one from Roger J. Horn. Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head, but someone else in the chat might have some options. Don't you do it? Oh my god, don't you do it, Miss Bear? Don't do what, Alicia? You love the hippie ones. Oh, it's people looking at it's from the bags. Oh, Stephanie loves dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are awesome, right? There's a dinosaur card in Green Glyphs Oracle, and I'd buy a dino charm pouch. Oh, that's cute. The Green Glyphs Oracle. That's a Lenormand, isn't it? Or is that the green glyphs Lenormand? Has what's his chops? Eads done an oracle as well. Etsy can be a bit mean to small sellers. Yeah, and the whole point, Sarah, was that it was set up for small sellers originally, wasn't it? Did they wind up putting a reserve on your account like I heard they've done? Not as far as I know. A reserve in what sense, Stephanie? I didn't hear about that. Antonia's Bliss just hopped in. Have you considered selling some things that are easier to keep in stock, like stickers or something? Yes, Antonia, this is one of the things, right? This is where I need to get a bunch of stuff in my shop, because what I would like to do is eventually have stickers of my artwork, prints of my artwork, that kind of thing. But because I spent all my time sewing, I'm really rusty and haven't been drawing in my sketchbook much, so I don't have, you know what I mean? And then it's ordering in the stickers and then having somewhere to keep them. But yeah, the whole thing I would like is to have a shop that isn't just about pouches. And I say this so often, it's all sorts of magical, creative, fun things. So there'll be one of a kind art pieces and pouches and things like that, like magical jewelry. It'll be like blending weird, spooky, fun stuff with magic, and it's all like art and jewelry and tarot things and witchy things. I don't know, a bit of everything, but within a very specific aesthetic. I don't know, because when it comes to, I say aesthetic because my pouches are all, I just make all different ones, so there's something for everyone's taste. When my artwork has this very specific look about it and a very specific kind of subject matter, it's always kind of like spooky and weird and stuff. Let's see. I used to order from Etsy a lot in the past year. I have noticed I haven't. Yes. I still buy from Etsy, but I hate the machine, right, Sam? I want a couple of customers and I'll pay up front. You know, you make more Mildred secret. I have one. Oh my God, I have another Mildred Payne in the next shop drop. Diane. Yeah, see, this is the thing. I keep wanting to open up custom orders, but working out how to do it so that I don't get penalized by Etsy. But so I do also get a deposit. But then, yeah, it's a whole thing. I'm still figuring it out. But I have like a waiting list of, because it wouldn't be just free for all custom orders. It would be like 4 or 5 a month, because I need to be able to manage it alongside my other workload. People saying hello to each other. I love Witches, Magic, Murder, and Mystery Pod. Oh, I think I've heard of that, but I've not watched it. I think I've popped it up in, I've seen it pop up in my suggested feed. Stephen Bright. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Stephen Bright has book. Again, I've not read it. But yes, of course, how could I forget? Because he's got that deck that's just come out as well. Oh my God. They said it wasn't going to rain today, and the heavens have absolutely opened. Torrential rain. What the fuck, weather? Each latest tarot deck has a whole suit of elephants. Oh, cute. Who doesn't love elephants? I don't trust people that don't like elephants. I've been in a tarot slump. I just picked up my deck this weekend and then saw you live. Oh, it's Kismet, Luna. I'm sorry to hear you've had a tarot slump. I'm sure we've all can relate to that. We've all probably had tarot slumps. I've definitely had several over the years. I even had a full-on tarot break for a good chunk of years at one point towards my late 20s. Linda, hello there. Been a while since I've been able to catch a chat. I love stickers too, Sam, but I always use them because they're like raison d'être to be used. Like, I put stickers on everything. Here's one of my little sketchbooks covered in stickers. My planner covered, and I put stickers over stickers. All of my sketchbooks have stickers. This one's a newer one, so it's only got a couple, but it does have this one, which I like, the crystal ball, and it does have "Stay strange, bitches." Yeah. So, oh my God, it's a bit warm now. It's because I've not got a tank top on. If my armpits are covered in the summer, I just get too sweaty, even when it's not particularly warm. Antoinette, Tony, how you doing, my love? You all right? Good to see you. It's the UK contingent representing here today as well. But yeah, so I was asking people what they were up to this weekend, and I don't think I saw anyone really saying what they were doing. Are you all up to like secret secret shenanigans. Is that why you're not telling me what you've been up to? I had a movie night last night with my husband and we watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I know I'd heard it was going to be a rough one in the sense that there's going to be, you need some hankies, some tissues, but whoo, that one got me. I think I'll be a bit better on a rewatch because it was a lot and it was a long one, but I enjoyed it, but it was a lot and it was very emotional. So, oh, okay. There's a little bit now. There's also, see, I've not been keeping on top of it because I try not to take in too much like what's new decks wise because I try to, otherwise I'm just like yearning after decks that I don't need any more decks. I just, see sometimes the ones I want, but I tend to only splurge on decks at the beginning of the year through spring because that's when I get like my Christmas money and my birthday money in January, and then I do still have some Christmas and birthday money. I've put it aside because I like to treat myself to a deck for Halloween, for the Weenmas, so I will be, and maybe some books. And I have been steadily buying books with my tarot, my Christmas and birthday money from the past Christmas and birthday. But yeah, mostly I try not to like be buying lots of decks all year. Oh, Pamela, I'm so sorry to hear that. Chronic pain is no fun. Goodness me, sending you love. Unknown, I love stickers. Yeah, who doesn't love stickers, right? Stickers are cool. I use a lot, but not so special. The special stickers. Stickers make me happy. And you sent me some stickers, didn't you? I've got some of them stuck on some of my like smaller notebooks because they were like wee stickers. 80s ones are precious. Oh, so you like save them. But like any of the stickers I have now, in 50 years, they'll be like precious, I guess. I survived my 5-year-old's birthday party yesterday. Now it's a day of rest. Oh, I bet that day of rest is very well earned. My goodness. Whoo, was it a really manic one with lots of kids running around? Yeah, the crystal ball sticker is really funny. You didn't like it. You didn't like it. What didn't you like, Sam? I'm going over to my parents' house for Sunday dinner, but other than that, having a nice quiet weekend. Ooh, Sunday dinner. Is that going to be like a roast? I only have a roast dinner on Christmas Day. That's the only time I have friends that do roast dinners nearly every Sunday, and I'm like, I'll probably have noodles for dinner tonight. Oh, you didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy 3? I just realised what you were talking about. I liked it, but also it was very sad, but also it was really heartwarming. Yeah, it was very intense. That storm has dragged in the hotter weather, Kelly. No wonder I'm sort of like, but it's more down your way, isn't it, Tony? The storm. It's sort of, we've probably just caught the edge of it. Managing to do some diamond dot painting with my mum for some self-care. Oh, that sounds nice. You're binge watching it. What are you binge watching, Stephanie? Tammy Pie. Hello, darling. How are you? How many stickers is not enough stickers? You can never have enough stickers, though. I'm not very in the loop about most things, but I do stuff on his. Yeah, I do get his. Well, I did get his emails, but I stopped them because I was like, stop making me want things. Guardians, yeah. Yeah, they were all good kids. Parents still come at this age, so it's a lot of stuff. Oh, that's true. It's not you just running around after 35-year-olds. Not 35-year-olds. 35-year-olds. Running around after 35-year-olds could be just as exhausting depending on how many of them there are. Wolf on BBC One. What's Wolf, Stephanie? Is it a spooky thing? Have I missed out? I know they've put Pride and Prejudice back on, the Firth one. I'm like, I might have to watch that again. It's classic. It's so true, yeah. I'll have to. It's a thriller. Ooh, is it like a modern thriller? Is it like an old school thing, or Stephanie? It's murdery. Oh, see, now I love me because I listen to a lot. Well, I don't listen to a lot of true crime. I used to listen to a lot more true crime than I do. I only have 3 true crime podcasts that I listen to these days. I listen to Morbid, All Killer No Filler, and Red Handed, and they're all led. Each one is hosted by 2 women, and they are victim focused, centered, and are very sensitive about the way that they talk about the murders, but are also really funny. So yes, level 3 danger to life yesterday as it got going. Quite a few trees down. Not sure about power outage. Bloody hell, Tony! I hadn't seen the news or anything this weekend, so I haven't seen. I knew that there was a storm expected, but I didn't realise how much it had hit or not. So I wasn't really up on that. But I hope you're okay. We've the rain stopped now. That's the thing. You don't like the weather, just wait 20 minutes, as they say. But you know what? I'm gonna have to open the window because it's gotten like I'm a bit like oof, getting a bit sweaty. I love a murder mystery. Yeah, I love that was it. I love a murder mystery, but I'm really like I do enjoy murder stuff. That sounds really bad if I saying that out loud. I do enjoy murder stuff. What I mean is I do love a thriller mystery, but I really specifically like my favorite genre is Nordic noir. I have so many saved on like Netflix, and I've already watched quite a few. I'm just gonna open the window just a little bit because I don't trust it to not piss it down again. So hi Amanda, how you doing? So yeah, what did I watch last month? I watched The Chestnut Man, which is a Danish Nordic noir, and now I'm halfway through Deadlock on Amazon Prime, which is an Australian show that sort of sends up the Nordic noir genre, but is also just really, really good. It's actually a really good, well written, well acted, very funny crime thriller, but it's got that like Aussie humor. Tell me, what is Nordic noir? Nordic noir is a genre of crime shows, crime thrillers, crime dramas that are made by and set in like Nordic and Scandinavian countries. So they will be set, they will be Norwegian, Swedish, Finnish, Danish, Icelandic. One of my favorite ones that I watched was Trapped, which is Icelandic. I really enjoy Icelandic shows, and there's I just really enjoy them. And yeah, so the Chestnut Man is Danish. There's the Valhalla Murders, which is Icelandic. There's what else? There's like the old like wall. What was the one that was the bridge? The one that was kicked everything off. Oh, you're Danish, Linda. Oh, cool. So yeah, there's a few. They've got a few Danish things on there. I mean, it's sort of just that general. There's like Belgian ones, but yeah, I watch other shows that are not in English that are not Nordic noir. So I watched Couronne, which was Italian. I'm hoping they'll do a season 2 of that. That was more like of a spooky kind of thing. Then there's Dark, which is German. Post Mortem, which was Norwegian, but it was like a dark comedy horror thing. Katla, which is like a supernatural mystery thing. That's Icelandic. There's some great stuff. I love it. Oh, you really liked that Kim watched the Trapped. Yes, so yeah, Kim really liked The Chestnut Man and Trapped. So the first 2 seasons of Trapped, I don't know about now, but the first 2 seasons of Trapped were on Prime, and then the final and 3rd season is on Netflix, but it's been renamed to Entrapped. I don't know, but I really like the main actor. I can't remember his name, but he was in like he was in Eurovision and other stuff. He's a famous Icelandic actor. I just really like him. He's funny. I'd love to go to Iceland. Oh my god, I'd love to so much. Oh, do you know what? Wolf does count. Do you know why? Because one of my favorite Nordic noirs that is not Nordic is Hinterland, which is set in Wales. It's a Welsh show, and it is one of the first shows on the BBC to be. They filmed it fully in Welsh, and then they filmed it fully in English, and they put out a full Welsh version a full English version and a mixed version. And the one that I watched that was on iPlayer was the mixed. So you've got a combination of people speaking in Welsh and in English, which I really, really enjoyed. It's really moody. It's got that whole blue tone filtered to everything. It's got the beautiful like Welsh landscape. It's very Nordic noir, but it's Welsh that totally counts. Yeah, so I love that kind of stuff. So I'll check out the volcano one, Katla. Yes, Tammy Pie. Tammy Pie is with me on the the Nordic shows. I've been watching, I've got one more episode left of Ragnarok, which is a Norwegian show, and it's about the Norse gods coming back and them sort of embodying teenagers. It's like a teen show, but not. And the guy that plays the embodiment of Loki is just so Lauritz. The actor is just really like cool and hits the right tone for Loki. But they said they had a third season coming, so I was watching it really, really slowly. But there's been no third season on Netflix yet. I don't know. I watched the Teacher European one with subtitles. What was that on? I think I saw that come up in my suggestions. So yeah, but Katla is the volcano one that Tammy Pie is talking about, I think, which was really weird, wasn't it? But I enjoyed it. And some of the same actors pop up in the same show. So the guy that's in the Valhalla murders turned up in Katla as one of the actors. I guess Iceland has a really small population, so the pool of Icelandic actors is quite small. So yeah, wow, we've managed to talk about most things except tarot. It's pretty impressive for 40 minutes in. The Teacher European one with the subtitles is just her name, the title name. Oh, okay. I thought there was a show called The Teacher, which rings a bell, but I might be misremembering something. I'm sure it'll pop up when I thingy. The stinking panning slowed things down. Huh? Oh, Panini. Slowed what down? Oh, what you mean Ragnarok? Yeah, on saying that, things are like loads of things have been filming for ages now. Oh, you did, Alicia, what for Ragnarok? Oh my god, that's great. So then I have one episode of season 2 and then I can jump into season 3. Oh, that's exciting. Because season 2 of Heartstopper just dropped. I've just finished season 2 of Good Omens. I watched that throughout last week. My heart. Love it. That's exciting. So, oh my goodness, I am warm. So, which tarot decks have folks been using this week or this summer? Oh my god, it's too warm. I have been using this week the This Might Hurt tarot. I've been really on I went full helter skelter on full tilt on the old Marseille and reading the Marseille and talking about the Marseille and reading with the Marseille and buying Marseille decks. And then for some reason, sometime in May, my brain went and switched to Smith Waite mode. What? I don't know, but that's what happened. So I haven't been doing my usual practice. My practice for the last 3 months almost now at this point is daily draws. Who is she? I don't know, but she's doing daily draws. Which is not something I would usually do. And occasionally, and sometimes I'm pulling just one card. Who pulls one card? Not usually me. Usually 3. Lately I have been pulling 2, and then a third one from an oracle. I started watching a slow series with Sigourney Weaver, Where the Wildflowers Grow. Oh, what? How did I not know about this? Oh, I love Sigourney Weaver. Hello, Sigourney Weaver, queen. And then it has a witch and botanical element to it. And it's a series? Whoa, okay. Where the Wildflowers Grow. Where the Wildflowers Grow. We've got wild on that's prime. Just write these down. Wolf, that was it. Wolf on the BBC. Into it. Greer. Huh? Oh, you're using the Greer. This is the thing. I ask a question and then I forget the question I've asked, and then people reply really quickly, and my brain's already gone, what? The Morgan Greer, is it a standard size or a mini size? I only have the tinned version, but I'm sorry if you can hear banging, but for 7 days, well, for the last 2 weeks, there's been construction on a building out the back there. It's been very loud, and they have been working from like 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. 7 days a week because they're doing it themselves rather than employing actual, tradespeople who would knock off. Who would work Monday to Friday and knock off by 4 p.m. at the latest? But no, they're inconveniencing all their neighbours by working like 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and making a racket. It's been a lot. I've been using the Tarot Tarot. The Tarot. Is that the one, the Tarot by Mr. Freeborg? Standard size is amazing. Standard is amazing. Yeah, I really should get a standard Morgan Greer, but it's always like buying a deck I already have. Like buying the standard size of the Halloween Tarot a couple of years ago made sense to me because I had the mini version, but it's a very detailed, fiddly little deck. And so when I got the largest, the regular size, I could really see loads of extra details that I hadn't spotted. And I did a bunch of lives around that. It would have been 2 years ago this autumn. Sorry, I just dropped a couple of these gals. But with the Greer is so like zoomed in. I don't feel like I'm missing out any details by having just the small version. We've got 12 weeks of mains gas pipe replacement starting Monday. Oh my goodness. My sympathies. Construction work just really stresses me out. And it turns out like every spring, because I live in an area that's being really like regenerated and renovated, East London becoming gentrified. There's so many buildings around me. There's always just some fucker every spring that will work through from spring all the way through, sometimes till the end of August, making an absolute racket. And because it's summer and this is the hottest room in the house, it's basically like a greenhouse. 2/3 of that wall there, 2/3 of the entire wall is wind, faces the sun almost all day. You have to have the window open, but then you just got relentless noise. Like honestly, there were a couple of points last week where I nearly yelled out the window, shut up, because I couldn't focus on what I was doing, and I hurt myself several times with pins. I got hot glue on my fingers, like all sorts of stuff, because I couldn't focus. I was so frazzled from the noise. My spouse has just texted me. Oh, he's saying he got back before the rain started. That was lucky. I did hear him get in, so I'm just going to text him out. Good timing. Sorry, it's a bit rude texting of a bit. He's downstairs, but he doesn't want to bug me. I'd buy a tin, but I'm a music kick, and I'm on a music kick, and I'm ADHD. Well, the ADHD thing I can relate to, my goodness. I have been using an indie deck I bought when in Salem. Oh, you've been to Salem? I'd love to go to Salem. I know it's such a cliche, right? But I'd love to go. I think it's called the Star Tarot, the first animal deck I have bought. Oh, have I heard about that one? The Mr. Freeborg Tarot. It's a lovely deck, the Tarot. Nellie's deck, that's Kelly Fitz's, isn't it? Liz, babe, how you doing? Salem is fun to avoid in October. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I wouldn't go in October. I would probably go May. I've have it on good authority from people that live there that May's a nice time to go. I love Salem. I feel like I'm home when I go there. I want to go every year. The thing is, I'm like Liz, you got to think I live in London, right? And I grew up in around Camden Town, which is like proper hardcore tourist central. It's a real tourist hotspot, so I'm used to navigating the tourists, but yeah, I don't want to be one of them. And then obviously when I studied, I did my degree, three of the main campuses for my college, for my uni, were in West End near Oxford Street, so I was always having to like dodge tourists. Binaural beats in the background will turn down the external. Do you know what? I've tried everything, Tony, and even like I was like, well, I'll listen to stuff on headphones, but I need to get wireless because being constantly having to be attached to my laptop while I listen to stuff just doesn't work. And then like there was times when my thread was going around the cable and I was sewing the cable to my pouch. I was having to undo stuff and I was like, ah. I've tried listening to music really loudly, but then obviously I'm having to put music really loud to drown them out, and then that can be a bit of a sensory overwhelm for me. I don't know, I've tried all sorts of stuff. So frustrating. And then if I've got headphones in, I might not hear the doorbell. It's the whole thing. Ugh. If I don't get it while on live, then I will. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you put you up forever. There'll be no traveling abroad for me for a while just yet, my love, but I do appreciate the offer. Oh my God, could you imagine the chaos that would ensue, the filthy cackling that would happen, Liz? I must visit Salem one day. I'll drag hubby with me. Actually, I think he would like it. Yeah, I reckon my spouse would like it as well. Is there Kelly Bear putting a Salem? Go was that meant to be going to Salem? Jennifer, hello. How are you doing, my love? Lovely to see you. So yeah, so we've got a real mix of pouches on the brain. Real mix of decks, pouches on the brain, because it's what I've been thinking about. I've been literally dreaming about pouches. We're sick of them. Chaos magic. Justice magic. I have to walk Tinkerbell. It's been lovely and I've missed seeing you. I've been a bit out of it. Oh, Sam, sending you so much love. I hope you enjoy your walk with wee Tinkerbell and that you get to have a nice chill rest of Sunday. Lovely to see you, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. So yes, we had someone using the Morgan Greer, someone using Taroki by Mr. Freeborg. Is it Iana or Lan? I can't tell if that's meant to be an I know a capital IL would be like that, wouldn't it? Is it Iana? I don't want to mispronounce your name. I don't want to. Was using an animal, the Star Tarot, which was an indie animal deck. I'm trying to think if I've seen that one. So yeah, I've been using this one. What deck have you been using, Liz, this week? See, I've just realized I'm like absent-mindedly shuffling. Oh, the other deck I've been using, because I've been pairing each tarot deck with an oracle deck, I've been using the arcane bullshit because it's so much fun. And the reason was, like last weekend, I did what I don't usually do, which is I picked out a tarot deck and an oracle deck for each week of August ahead of time, which I don't usually do, but I thought I'd give it a go. Oh, the Greenwood. Oh, classic. Because look though. Right, and actually, although one is black and white, they look really good together. Come on, camera, don't be a douche canoe. It's because it turns everything the other way around. Oh my God. But yeah, it looks really good together. It just works because the line work on the This Might Hurt is quite bold. Is the word I'm looking for. And Wisdom of the Kaliach. My namesake is derived from the Kaliach. I don't think I've seen that. I know I've seen it floating around, that oracle deck, but I haven't like watched any videos of it, is what I mean. Again, because I've been trying not to watch too many like deck videos because I'm just really enjoying working with what I have at the moment. I just realised I've got no tea. I've got one mouthful of tea left and a biscuit that I won't be able to dunk now. It's a Chocky Dodger and they're vegan. Tony says the Shadow Edition Moonchild arrived today. There's a Shadow Edition. So out of the loop, my God. Been on a pre-order for a wee while. I prefer the stock to the white version. Moon chart shadow edition. What makes it a shadow edition? Does it have like black borders or something? There's a Wisdom of Pooh tarot? Are you kidding me? Is it? It's not like an Insight edition, is it? Oh, the Cailleach. I've heard several pronunciations, but I've heard my own Irish granny say Cailleach, and I've heard Scottish folks saying Cailleach as well. There's been other pronunciations, but I'm going to trust my granny because, you know, she's Irish. So. So I was just looking up at the Tao of Pooh because I was using that for bibliomancy last week. I love Winnie the Pooh. Oh my god. I remember going to see a Winnie the Pooh film in the 80s when I was a kid. It must have been the early 80s. Can't remember which one it was, but there was a film that came out in the early 80s. I went to see it, and they showed like 2 Bugs Bunny cartoons beforehand. Do you remember when they used to do that? They would show like cartoons before the main. They have like a little, like a little show for kids' films at least. Trust Granny for sure, right? I've never heard of a Chocky Dodger. I hadn't until my husband came home with 2 packets last week. He was like, they're vegan. It literally says it on the pack. I was like, well, awesome. They taste like, do you remember those biscuits? Well, you can still get them, but I can't eat them anymore because they're not vegan. And they're like, they have like little faces on them. And you can get chocolate ones, and I think you can get other ones, different flavors. But I used to love the chocolate ones. The biscuit texture is like those, and the chocolate is kind of like them. So it's like they don't really taste like a jammy Dodger. The Pooh deck is legit. Oh my goodness. Is it an indie deck? I'd love the Over the Garden Wall. BN Biscuits. Yes. Hello, Bookish and Witchy. Coming in there with the things my poor brain can't remember. Awesome. Yeah. BN Biscuits. Oh, indie. So I've got to take my socks off because if my feet are hot, then I'm hot. And it's getting warm now. You know, today I got up. I got fleece-lined tracksuit bottoms on because it was chilly. I've got a t-shirt on. I don't usually cover my armpits in the summer. I usually wear tank tops, socks, all that jazz. And now it's like 4:30 in the afternoon, and it's bloody like getting right dab on. It's an indie deck, and it's in the old classic Winnie the Pooh illustration style. Oh my god, Jack's gonna make me cry. That's too cute. Like, I love Winnie the Pooh. I love him. Yeah, he was one of my favourites. I, funny enough, really like bear stuff, even before I got the nickname Kelly Bear. Oh shit, I've just pushed my cutting mat back, forgetting that my laptop is sat on the cutting mat. I'm smart. But yeah, I love Winnie the Pooh. I also used to have some books and watch Rupert the Bear. He was a bit posh though, wasn't he, Rupert the Bear? They were posh show. What else? Oh, Yogi Bear with I don't know, Boo Boo. I love Yogi Bear. Who else? What other bears did I see growing up? Baloo in the Jungle Book. It's always a good time. Yeah, loads of bears. Project Refine Love. Innit? Hello, lovely. Lovely to see you. Look at these people popping in. But yeah, so I can't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, actually, I wanted to ask, has anyone seen or has bought the Dark Crystal Tarot? Is that out now? Because that was one that I did have my eye on initially, but they hadn't really shared many cards. And the Dark Crystal, like, I love Labyrinth. I don't have the Labyrinth deck, but the Dark Crystal, that was the film, one of the like top films I was obsessed with, because obviously that came out before before Labyrinth. So I had years of watching the Dark Crystal before Labyrinth even ever came out. So what are you getting up to for Halloween? The new Vampire Tarot deck or something else has your eye? Oh, what am I getting? The mass market Vampire Tarot deck is definitely the one that's basically named the same as the old Llewellyn Tarot deck. Oh my god, the guy with the banging. Can you hear that? And this is quiet. This is the quietest it's been all week, which is why I was like, oh, at least I'll be able to film something, because he had stopped working on the roof for a little bit. I'm thinking either the Tarot V, or there was another one that I saw, and now I can't remember. There was another one that I had my eye on. Now I can't remember what it was, but I've got like a bunch of stuff like saved to wish list. So I'm sure if I go check that, I'll be able to find it. Reading poo with my mum is one of my favourite memories. Oh, that's cute, tummy pie. Oh, and you gave your poo books to your daughters, Liz. That's so lovely. Keep them in the family. That's really cute. But yeah. I don't know if I had any poo books of my own as a kid. I used to borrow the ones from the school library. I didn't have many books as a kid. We didn't really have much money. we were really broke. But I was really lucky that we had a really good school library at my primary school, and we then would also go to a local library to get books out, like an external library. So that's where I did a lot of my reading, and I would always check out like the maximum number of books I was allowed to check out. I think the librarian thought I was a little weirdo, but in like a nice way. Oh my god, my dude, stop banging. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to get myself for Halloween. We shall see. I mean, I would love the Over the Garden Wall deck by what's it called? Six something press. I literally said it like 5 minutes ago. The name of the press, the printers. Six. My brain. Oh my god, the brain fog is real, my friends. So yeah, so oh my god, I've been live for an entire hour, and we only just talked about tarot at the end. That's kind of impressive. I guess it's been a while since we've had a catch up, but that's all right. So shall I put, this is what happens when I shuffle when I'm not looking. I should pull a card. I'm going to pull a card from Arcane Bullshit. Okay, Liz, you have a good one, and yeah, lovely. Thank you for dropping in. Lovely to see you. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon, my dear. My most Halloweeny deck would be the Skelly Tarot by Stephanie Mayton. Oh, that one's a lovely deck, the Skelly Tarot. Yeah, I never nabbed that one either. I guess my favorite Halloweeny deck is the Halloween Tarot. Like, I love it. I think it's very well thought out. It's very clever. You know, it's got, you know, that vintage Halloween vibe about it, which I really enjoy. So let's pull an Arcane Bullshit. So what I do is I usually shuffle it a little bit, then I break it into 3 and pick one of the piles, because it's so chunky. It's got over 100 cards. It's like ridiculous. Tarot Tats and Tea. Hello, you all right, my dear? How you doing? So I've picked the middle one, and then I riffle shuffle that, because this card stock and size of card I can now riffle shuffle. I also succumbed to the Elements Tarot, found it secondhand in Portland. Oh, score, Tammy. Nice. Right, this will be a very silly, potentially slightly offensive card, because, you know, it's the Arcane Bullshit deck, but glad you're doing well. Did you show the finished rainbow bag? It reminds me of Care Bears. I haven't shown it, actually. It is finished, but I haven't made the, oh fuck, I just remind myself, I didn't make the charms for it. The charm dangle, you know, I do the little D ring. That's another thing I need to put on my, hang on, I've just work. So that'll be something I need to do before I take the photos. Where's my pencil? Rainbow double pouch dangle charms. There we go. Okay. Never ending work. So this is it's a double. So this was all hand cut. The heart was a die cut, but the rest is all hand cut, hand sewn. Oh my god, it was so fiddly, but I'm so pleased with how it turned out. It's a double. I was going to do the moon with the clouds and the stars because people keep asking me to do repeats, and I have made, so yeah, I have made a couple of repeats, but in different colorways. But then people are like, oh, I want that, and then I put them up, and then they don't sell for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and I get a bit antsy because I'm like, they take a long time to make, and they're like, I don't know. But this one, I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna make. I need to make for me, like to the what makes me happy. You know what makes me happy? Rainbows. This is again. It's got like 70s vibe. It's got that simple 70s rainbow vibe. I was clearly on like a retro kick because this one got folks. This one really got folks. This like 70s brown, orange, and yellow. The number of people. I had DMs. I had people on the post. I had people emailing me going, "Can I reserve that?" This. I'm like, Etsy doesn't allow reservations, but like this got folks. But this is really 70s as well, but in like a different way, right? But yeah, so I've got the charms picked out. They're in a little bag here. I have a fairy tale castle, um, a Pegasus, one of those little AB stars, a crescent moon, a rainbow, a lightning bolt. Sorry. So yeah, it's just going to be all like whimsical, fun, cutesies. Yeah, roller skates, 80s roller skates in blue suede. You can get the Moxie rainbow rollers. They don't do them in blue. There is a brand though. Who is it? Maybe it's Kaya. I think Kaya roller skates does a blue with a rainbow. And then Moxie does the rainbow rollers, which really I think I might have been inspired by that. The black rainbow rollers with the it like has this colorway, and then I think it has a blue toe stop that it comes with as default. Really, really cute. But yeah, this one like proper got folks. This one. I do remember wallpaper as a kid. I can't remember if it was my nan's or my aunt's house, but it was like that brown and orange and yellow flowery business and like carpet that matched. But like it was a thing, wasn't it? I wish we had a roller rink close by as well. My goodness, the whole arse of London, and there's no like, there's one roller rink in like fucking on Finchley Road, and it's like a mission to get to. Like, we need more roller rinks. We have an ice rink that's recently been rebuilt, and finished down the road. And if this was like 30 years ago, I would have loved it because I used to do figure skating. But I'm like, the community did ask for them if they could also put in a roller rink, but they didn't. They just did an ice rink. Oh well. I repurchased them 15 years ago. Thought I'd start skating again. Oh, awesome! I gave my roller skates away a few months ago, or a couple of months ago, because they weren't the kind of roller skates I wanted to learn on. I'd had them for 15 years. It was the ADHD thing where you get excited about a hobby, you buy all the things, you try it for 5 minutes, and I realized I didn't like it because I want a heeled boot, I want a adjustable toe stop, and I want a boot that has, a high boot, not a low boot, that will come up and protect and hold my ankle because I have weak ankles. And I have my eye on a couple of different pairs, but I can't afford to buy them. And the annoying thing is, by the time I can afford to buy them, it'll be winter again. Because I've got a friend that runs a local skate group, and she's awesome. It's like a fat positive, like a fat, like it's run by mostly fat folks, fat positive, queer friendly, like everyone in the skating group is like, it's really intersectional. Like everyone is like fat and or queer or neurodivergent. It's like a real like oddballs kind of come together skating group, and I really want to join. And they look like they had a Barbie themed rollout at the local park last Sunday, and they got rained off because we had torrential rain, but like I would have loved to have been able to like dress up and go on a Barbie rollout. There is a roller ring in Newham Leisure Centre. Newham? Is that Newham? Hey B, you're right. Sorry. Is that Newham or is it Newham? Newham or Newham? I just never could do wheels on my feet. I have a lot of skater friends. Yeah, I had roller skates, inlines for a short while in the 90s, and I think that worked for me because I had gone from figure skating and it's like a single point still. I haven't done, like, I'm not as good on quads, but I'm willing to start from the beginning again. And I always keep saying, do I need to start another hobby? Because, and also I can really hurt myself doing it, but I keep every now and then I keep getting the urge to roller skate again, and I'm like, it's a fun form of exercise. It's social, you know. My literal friend who lives down the road from me runs an inclusive skating group, and I'm just like, I don't know. They were the original blue suede ones. Aged and heels do not make for a pretty experience. Yeah, no, I can imagine. I'm one of those people that's like really scared to like hurt themselves these days as well. A Newham Leisure Centre. Is it Newham or Newham? I'm going to check that out, B. Because I'm like, I didn't know. I'm going to check it out. Do, 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 do. Yeah, Newham Leisure Centre. Do, 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 do. There's, hang on. Yeah, it's still a bit of a trek. I'm trying to see if there's like an overground station near there. But it's tricky to get to, or I'd have to go to like Plaistow and then get a bus or suit in. I think it would be easier for me to get to the Finchley High Road one. The Finchley, but again, it's indoors, and I'm looking to do outdoor park skating. Although, yeah, I did say I'd like a roller rink. Like if there was the roller rink down the road there, the Lee Valley roller rink, then that's the ice rink. I would go there. Oh, people from space are coming back to put you in your place. Oh, there's always one, isn't there? I'm gonna send it to outer space to find another. Yeah, I'm sorry. I realised what you meant afterwards when I read it. But yeah, that's good to know, though. Thank you. That's good to know that, because when I googled it a few times, and the only one that kept coming up, there was one that was like, there's ones on like Greater London, like on the outskirts, and then there's the one sorry, my hay fever, on near Finchley Road or somewhere around that way, or Bounds Green, somewhere north London. But that's good to know. It's always good to have options. Anyway, I was going to pull a card and then I was going to bugger off and leave you all to enjoy your weekend without my rambling at you. But yeah, I'm going to write that down actually, so I don't forget. B. Leisure. Cool. I don't have any skates at the moment, so I won't be going anywhere just yet. It might not be till next year at this point if I'm still knocking about. So yeah, let's do a quick little arcane bullshit pull. It's really nice. I love my roller skates. My sister, brother, and I used to go off with roller skating pals for most of the day. When I think of the agility is to have age and health put a stop to that. Bloody aging. It's not a fun time. I enjoy the process of it. Bless you. Oh dear. The incoherent squirrel side quest ramblings. It's so funny because I was watching Tathleen Penry is a witch who makes videos on YouTube. Welsh lady. She like sometimes has big breaks from making videos, but she always comes back, and she's sort of been kind of steady making videos again. And I only just realized today, so I was like, oh crap, Tathleen Penry, she's back. So I watched one of her videos where she said, oh, I haven't made a video for 10 months. She said life and health stuff had been getting in the way, which is, relatable for a lot of us, I imagine. And she said, but also I haven't had anything to say, so I didn't want to make a video and just ramble at you. There's enough of that on the internet, on YouTube already. And I was like, oh my God, couldn't be me. And straight up being called out by Tathleen Penry for my rambly BS video. I still love her though. I love her content. She's brilliant. She knows her onions, that woman. Anyway, I'm just gonna pull a card. Oh no, this was the extra card that was one of the stretch goals, and Evan Doherty, who made this deck, put it to where we were allowed to give options for an extra card, and then he picked his favorite ones, and then we voted out of those top 5 or top 10, and the card that came out, and this was one of the cards I voted for, it's the Your which is so funny, because what did I show for the folks who were here at the beginning of the chat? Now, I mean, depending on which way you take this, could be very good news or not. I mean, for me, I just feel it in my bones because I'm bloody knackered. I feel fucked on my cream crackered. Good at this poor guy. He's got an axe in the head. He's got a fork in his pecs. He's got an arrow in one of his thighs, a number of swords, and then like a snake around a broken leg. I mean, that's not a good time. Should I read the entry for it? See if I can find it. I love hearing her dogs in the background. Kent of Ken, hello, how you doing? Fern River, I love your rambles. Thank you, Fern. Deanne's back. Oh, I'm just wrapping up, my love. We just pulled a card for we. Who's we? The royal we. I just pulled a card. I mean, you could all pull a card as well from a deck. Like, go for it. Why not? And share in the group chat. So the thing with this is that it's all chaos. So none of the cards are numbered, and then it's not in alphabetical order. And that's deliberate because Evan is fucking with you. So you just have to, like, sometimes I can remember. Oh, there's the fucked, and then there's you're so fucking fucked. That was the extra card, I think. So at least it's not that one. You're so fucking. That's, if you can hear that, that's the noise I've been hearing incessantly every day, relentlessly for 2 weeks. Oh, he stopped. Honestly, yesterday I was just wanted to scream at him. Where is the... It's just a straight up you're fucked. Can I find it? Can I find it? I don't know. Can I? I don't know. Nothing like searching for something whilst people are watching you. Waiting for you to do something. Why can I not find it? It's because when I'm looking, oh no, I can't find it. What the hell? Why can I not? It just says you're fucked, not your. I'm pretty sure there is a you're fucking fucked card as well. God, this would never be. Just as well I don't monetize my videos. Actually, I wanted to. I'm going to close this window before I lose my rag with this dude. Also, it looks like it's going to rain again. But while I'm remembering, it's just jogged my memory. Okay, I don't have my videos monetized, but I've noticed that even on channels that aren't monetized, sometimes the video will stop and it'll play a video, an advert, or it'll play an advert at the beginning or end. Do you folks? I've just realized poor Tammy's comment's been up there for like fucking 45 minutes. I'm so good at this. Do you see, when you watch my regular videos, my schedule, like, you know, regular pre-recorded videos, do you get adverts at the beginning or end of my videos? Because I'm like, if YouTube are doing that, I might as well monetize my videos, because what the fuck? Do you see what I mean? I love to see the other card for a comparison. I'm trying to find the entry for the you're fucked. But I think I was like, oh, there we go. There we go. Put more courage and enthusiasm into what you do, or take more time to reflect in solitude. It doesn't matter. You're fucked. I would love to show you that, Stephanie. The problem is there's over 100 cards in this deck, and looking through them all is going to take a really long time. Sorry, I wasn't there for mod duties. Don't worry, it's all right. It was just one weirdo talking about aliens, but there we go. It's always one. Guess you fucked then. All right. You should. YouTube is playing it. So it is playing ads. That's what I thought in there. But like whenever I look at my back to check they've uploaded, it doesn't show adverts. But then I have friends who are not monetized that I know are not monetized because I've asked them, and it's showing adverts. And I'm like, we should just monetize. The problem is, none of my videos will probably get through because potty mouth. Lily Rose. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Lily Rose. So yeah, that's yeah. Oh dear. I do love arcane bullshit. It's a fun. I have YouTube Red, so no. YouTube Red sounds like the like saucy version. YouTube Red. Is that the paid for? But you know what I mean. If I'm shouting into the mic, I'm so sorry. If you if you don't have YouTube Red, whatever it's called, you haven't seen ads on your vids lately. Yeah, probably no one wants to advertise on my videos because of all the swearing. I guess there are upsides. Hey Paul, how you doing, my dear? You all right? Looking quite fit and keen. Oh my god, I wish I felt it. I'm fucking knackered. 6.5 days of work straight, huh? So yeah, and I've got one more week to go, and this time, not this time next week, but next week I should be having a shop drop, the biggest shop drop I have ever done, ever, going live. I don't know if all 42 pouches will make it up, but I'm going to do my darndest. It's just the editing, the taking the pictures, even it's time consuming, but I kind of enjoy it now. I sort of get into a groove, but the editing is like, oh, woof. I just have to put like a podcast on and just hammer through it. It's just painful. I could never be a photographer. No, don't say never. Every time I say never, I end up doing the thing that I say I'll never do. That's why, there's that tag that people were doing things I'd never do as a tarot tuber or as a YouTuber. I'm like, I'm not doing that because I'll probably break everything I just said I won't do. And then there's things that I said I would do and then I don't do them because my brain is like, I don't want to now I've said I'm going to do it, because neurodivergence is stupid like that. Green Mountain Mystic, can you whisper, shout at the mic all day for me? Oh, can you whisper, shout at the mic all day for me? What? Whisper, shout? What? I'm confused. You want me to whisper or shout or whisper shout? I'm confused. Or to not shout. Please stop shouting. I'm very loud. I'm not a quiet person. I'm still making up for being a very quiet child and teenager. Such a well-behaved teenager. Who would have thought it? I didn't have my teens until I got in my 20s. Then the wheels definitely came off. But yeah, anyway, I think it's a conspiracy to get people to subscribe to YouTube Premium. I was getting so many ads at one point that I caved in on my Premium. Yeah, I will not break. I'm like Spotify. I listen to Spotify on Firefox and I don't get adverts. I think Firefox has put in an ad blocker and I'm like, yes, fireworks, yes, Firefox. No fireworks. Don't like fireworks because it scares dogs and kills wildlife. So yeah. Anyway, that was an hour and 22 minutes of I don't know what the fuck, rambly bullshit. But it was so lovely to have a catch up with folks. It's been a long time. It's been 6 months. 6 months, and that was the walkthrough of the Tarot Gulliver, the French deck, the French Marseille. Wow. Yeah, 6 months, but half an entire year. 6 months again, and we'll be in 2024, and I will be 43 years old again. I will no longer be the age of the answer. I'm enjoying being the age of the answer. For those of you who like Douglas Adams. So I'm with you, Kelly. Most of the ads can be skipped, so I don't plan to break either. Yeah, it was so nice. Yeah, some of them they're like, your video will begin again in 5, 4, and I'm like, oh, fine, I'll just grit my teeth. Simon, are you home for your travels, or are you? No, were you at a friend's this weekend, or are you home? I can never have put you anywhere near the 40s. Really? Is it because I'm so? Is it because I'm silly? Is it because I'm like all the time? I'm not like this all the time. I get hyperactive. Like when I'm with people, I'm hyper. When I'm on my own, I am potato. I'm like my dog. My dog gets excited around people. She goes to the park. She's excited. She's running around. She gets home. She is a sentient potato. This is me. We are the same. We are very similar. I am her. She is me. Bye, kittens. Bye, Tammy Pie. You just got home, Simon. I'm about to go now. Adds to be off a video when there's 4 breaks in a video plus 2 at the start. Right? Oh my god, Tony, people who put like 12 to million ads in the thing, and I know people got to make money, but my god, I'm like, bitch, like I get distracted, so I'm like, I can't. Ah. Like, I don't mind if people put ads at the beginning or end, because I understand that, like, I'm at the point where I make such little money that I might have to monetize even if I get £20 a month. That £20 a month is going to make a difference to me, right? I mean, I'd be lucky if I made £20 a month. Let's be honest. I think I'd have to be getting much higher numbers than I get. I'm just using it as an example. Like, but when there's like multiple breaks, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm out. A vibrant kid. I am a grown woman. Excusez-moi. I am literally middle-aged. I'm literally middle-aged. Is it because I'm wearing this should give it away though, because I'm wearing a Lost Boys t-shirt, which makes I'm giving my age away right there. That reference alone ages me, because that is not, that is not a new film. And I was old enough to remember it when it came out, put it that way. Reminds me so much of one of my young nieces. Oh no, you're making me. I am in my 40s. I promise. 1981. 42 and a half already. Anyway, folks, this has gotten very silly, as I am wont to do. I have my Worms t-shirt reference on. Cool. I mean, I don't know the word. I mean, no, it's just full of life and youthful looking. This is a thing though, right? Full of life. What's that thing when you live with chronic illness and people are like, oh, you look great or you feel great, and people don't realize it's because they don't see the before or the after or the lead up, all the work that goes into trying to be well enough to be able to go to an event, or I'm very good at giving a glow when I don't actually have a glow. Remember, I was a professional makeup artist for 10 years. So there is that. I just got the Rocky Horror reference t-shirt, and that's 1975. Oh my god, I love Rocky Horror. Again, another film I watch every single October because it has to be done. So just saying, still love the Lost Boys. Oh, if you like the Lost Boys, or just vampire films in general, check out. Do you know what? I'm going to find it for you, folks, and that'll be my parting gift to you on this chat. There is one of my favorite bands is called Gunship. I have spoken about them before, but they have a really great video. They've got a song, right? And it's all based around the Lost Boys. And then the video is animated for the most part, and it features several famous pop culture vampire hunters, as well as the characters from the Lost Boys and the band, all animated. And it's like a little story, so I'm just sharing it for you. So if you want some 80s-tastic Lost Boys themed vampire hunters, vampire Buffy, Blade, what's his chops, Seth, George Clooney, and From Dusk Till Dawn, check out that. It's really good fun, and I recommend that band anyway. They're great. I wear band t-shirts and I'll be 57 on Wednesday. Never too often fun t-shirts, right? And that fun t-shirts. Alicia, thanks for good time. Miss Kelly, enjoy your week ahead. Thank you. I won't be able to slow down this week because I have the shop drop to this time next week, but after next week I will probably collapse. I will probably have a crash or a flare up, so which is not great, but we'll see. I love the Lost Boys, the Rocky Horror Show. Used to dress up as Rocky Horror Show characters, but will not do so now, as it would be a nightmare. Oh, behave yourself. You're never too old to dress up. Never. But yeah. So, what's Tony saying to Simon? Stephanie's 81 too. Oh, we're the same age, Stephanie. Cool. And I wasn't offended, Deanne. I was just it's just people always say I don't look my age. And I'm like, I do look my age because I am that age and this is what I look like. And I think it's also people, what's that whole thing where people see it as a compliment, I guess, in a way. But I think it's nice for people to look their age or look older. And I do have, you can't see on camera, but if you saw me in person, you would see very clear grey. There's a grey streak developing at the front here, which I'm very excited about. I do love my grey hairs. I embrace them. So seeing it in the theatre. I've seen it at the theatre as well, Rocky Horror Show. It was so much fun. Anyway, I'm just getting distracted. We're an hour and a half. I keep saying goodbye. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, whether you are just starting your Sunday or you're just ending your Sunday if you are in Australia. And yeah, I really appreciate you folks taking a bit of time out of your weekend to chat with me and to chat with each other. I hope you had a nice time. Hopefully we'll be back to regular programming next weekend. I'm going to see how I feel, because I do have a really full on week and I might just be too burned out to put anything up next week. If not, it'll be the following Friday through Sunday. At some point I'll have another video up for you, because I have lots of ideas for videos. It's just getting around to making them. Great hair is a sign of wisdom. Yeah, that's why I don't have that many right now. I am not a wise person. But you all take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and yeah, I will see you in the next